Welcome to the Bayou City Soccer Podcast. Whether inside or outside the loop, we are talking everything soccer in Houston. Y'all ready? Let's get it.
Welcome into a special edition of the Bayou City Soccer Podcast. We're pleased to be joined today by Houston Dynamo midfielder Brooklyn Raines. Brooklyn, how's it going?
Good. How are you guys?
Doing great. Congratulations in order for you. The U20 World Cup coming up for you guys. I know you've represented the U.S. a number of youth levels, but what's it mean to get this call up to the World Cup to get to represent the U.S. on the national stage, international stage like this?
Yeah, I think, well, anytime I get called up, it's always a blessing. And I really just have like to thank the club and like my teammates and staff for that because they've shaped me into the player I am now, which has allowed me to go and help the national team. But with the U20 World Cup coming up, I think it's a great opportunity for me to kind of showcase myself, not only like as a player but as a person as well. It's an opportunity for me to play against big teams and also big players as well within my age range. But I think the key for me is to just, stay grounded and just go out there and take it for what it is.
Yeah, and you've gotten to play with this group of players in the national team pool now for some time. What is it like getting to play with this group and the talented players on this team, Brooklyn?
Yeah, it's a really good group. I've known a few of the guys for a while since U17, so we're all pretty close. But I think when we all come from different clubs and all, come together and show our different styles of play and, build that chemistry, I think it really shows like how like good of a team we are and like different qualities different players bring. So I say within the group, it's a really talented group, and I believe that we'll go really far in the World Cup.
Yeah, speaking about that, we've seen you guys, these youth teams, doing pretty well. What are the goals for not just you, but for this team as you guys head to Chile for this tournament?
Obviously we want to win it all, but also I think make a statement in a way and let, other countries or teams know that like we have like talented players and players of good quality. Maybe I don't think we're the favorites to win, but I think from a personal standpoint, obviously win, but also, showcase myself. And I think that goes for all the players that get called up. It's just for us to go out there and showcase ourselves and make a statement.
And looking ahead, with the national team, what do you feel you need to do and keep working on to eventually get a senior, U.S. men national team call up in the future?
Um, say, for one, be more of a leader in a way, even though like people would say I'm like on the younger side. I think when I play with, youth national teams, like I can go from, kind of being like a student in a way, like here at Houston, to being more of like a leader or a teacher and use my voice more. I think that's something I can definitely work on. I'd say another thing I've been working on is my just range of passing. Kind of like Jack McGlynn, he has a really good range of passing, so he's kind of someone I look to or like I'd say idolize in a way, just with his range of passing and his qualities. Um, and also I'd say just to, stay grounded and stay humble and, that whenever I get called up is whenever it happens. Like may not be, as quick as I'd like it or when I like personally want it to be in that time, but I know that if I keep working, then I'll eventually get the call up and hopefully make the play in the World Cup, obviously.
That'd be awesome. So looking at the Dynamo now, I know you've been here for quite a while. You made the way up through the Dynamo 2, up to the first team, now to a regular starter. How has this journey been for you, and what do you think has been some of the biggest changes that you've made in yourself in getting up to this first team as a starter?
Yeah, I mean it's been great since day one. Everyone here has welcomed me with open arms. Pat Nash have really set like the pathway for me, and I'm very grateful that from going to playing with, the second team to now, starting every game or most games, it's really been a blessing. And yeah, a lot of changes have been, along the way. For one, when I first got here, Kenny Bundy was my head coach, and I was with him for, I'd say, 3.5 seasons, and I learned a lot from him and the players as well. And now Kenny is obviously with the first team now, helping us on that side. But yeah, I mean it's been great. I've learned a lot, obviously, from going to playing with players like Darwin Quintero and Darwin Seren and Zarek Valentin to now Hector Herrera, Coco Carrasquilla, Jack McGlynn. Yeah, but yeah, I've learned a lot, and especially now I've definitely developed a lot. I've been able to play forward more. As you know, we're like a team that likes to build out, so I've gotten, comfortable being uncomfortable in like certain situations like to our box. And it all just comes down, I think, confidence, but also just, when I get the confidence from like my teammates, like for Artie, for example, like I played with him the most, and he's definitely given me the confidence to just go out there and, just play what I see in, but also just have the freedom to kind of just play free. But yeah, it's been a really great journey, and I'm really grateful that I've learned as much as I have, and obviously within that, I've been called into to camps and gotten opportunities to, play for my national team, and yeah, all in all, I'd say it's been really great.
Yeah, and all that at just 20 years old, but you've already played a major role in 18 matches this season in particular. But what is it like, maturing as a professional in such a competitive league, Brooklyn?
Yeah, I mean, with the maturing part, I've definitely learned again from my teammates, but also I'd say, as I've gone up, this has allowed me to kind of learn new things about myself and learn, the importance of, being a professional. Like, for example, taking care of my body and eating right. I would say, obviously, when I was younger, I wasn't really thinking about that because I'm younger, but I've learned that like as you get older and you play more minutes, it takes like a toll on your body. So there's an importance to, doing the right things and, eating right and, sleeping right as well. And so I've also taken, a few ideas from, some of the staff just to make sure that I stay on top of stuff like that so I can, compete at 100%.
So Brooklyn, looking at this season for you guys, I know it's been some ups and downs, not as great as you guys have wanted it to be, but from your perspective, a lot of tough moments for you guys. But what's been the toughest part of this season for you guys? Just trying to find wins, trying to get home wins, trying to get back into the playoff picture.
Um, I think, toughest part I would say is, when for one, it's home games. I don't think our home record is something a lot of us are proud of, but I think it's also seeing out games in like the last few minutes, like giving up a goal late or, giving up a goal early and then trying to have to, find one within like the next few minutes. Um, yeah, I'd say it's just majority of those. I think it's just making the little plays and showing some character when it's needed. But I think within the team, we're all still in it. Like obviously, I don't think our record has reflected or has been as good as we'd like, but we're still in it, and everyone here is 100% focused on Saturday and going to win and bring home 3 points.
Yeah, and even through those challenges you guys have had, where do you guys kind of look to for positivity, for hope as you guys continue to grow this team, still putting it together, not just this year, but growing forward to be an MLS Cup contender and be one of those best teams in MLS.
Yeah, I'd say I don't think it's anyone specific within the team. I think it's again a team job, but if I could just name some names, I'd say primarily just the veterans. So like Jimmy Mauer or Eric Svanchenko or Artur. I think those guys play a major role in kind of helping us. But then also like, for example, it could be the younger guys too, just like within our play. For example, like me or Jack or Lawrence, like we could also, give off some type of energy to help us. And I think as different players, develop different like characters and like characteristics, then that would for sure help us in the future. But yeah, as of now, where we stand, I think everyone's still locked in and just, wanting to win and make this playoff push.
Yeah, and what do you think this group needs to take that next step in competing with, the very best in the league? Yeah.
Um, no, I'd say I think we're a really talented group. Um, I think it's just the little minor details and just, sticking to our game plan when we have to. Maybe at times, we haven't really not wouldn't say not followed the game plan, but maybe it's just gone a different way than we expected. But I think it's just important that we, stick together in moments like that and understand that like yes, the results aren't going our way, but we're still a talented group. And it's also just a little bit of luck at times. You see some of the stuff that happens and like some of it's, just like us being like as good as we are, but some of it's a bit of luck. But primarily, I would just say just the little details.
Oh, Brooklyn, before we let you go, a couple of off the field things we'll find out about Brooklyn the person. I know you're still basically a kid, but away from the field, what's Brooklyn Reigns doing, when you're not playing soccer to relax, hanging out, recharging?
Um, well, I know today me, Jack, Gabe, Mike, Blake, maybe Dwayne. We're gonna go bowling later today, so those are primarily the people I hang out with. I also live with my sister at the moment. So anytime I'm home, we kind of just go out and just like explore and do whatever. We don't really like to be in the house, and so like we'll probably go down to like the post or something and just walk around or like grab some food or whatever. Just hang out, just anything like not soccer related, just because I think it's important, like when I'm off the field to kind of experience things outside of soccer. So that just, helps like build character, but also just, kind of just calms me. So
Yeah, you mentioned other than soccer, obviously it's rigorous in you guys, but are there any other sports you follow or, things that you'd like to play? You mentioned bowling, but anything else when you get a chance?
Um, bit of basketball. I do follow the NBA and the NFL and the NHL too. Me and one of my good friends, you guys might know him, Talon Maples. We play NHL together. So, but yeah, I'd say primarily just basketball and football. Yeah.
So we've got to talk to a lot of guys. There's a great bit of food in Houston. So many different choices and options. Awesome food scene in Houston. What's your go-to spots, your go-to meals around town?
So for breakfast, I'd say it's Harry's. It's kind of close to the stadium. It's like a breakfast place. It's really good. They have really good omelets. And then for lunch, I'd say it's called Local Foods. I think it's in Rice. It's just like a healthy, meal. So like, steak, salad, eggs, a lot of veggies. And then for dinner, that's a bit of a difficult one, but there's an Italian place close to me. It's called Grazia's, and me and my sister go there often and just, get typical Italian food. So like she gets spaghetti and then I'll just get like a spaghetti bolognese with like a little bit of like salmon or something just for a bit of protein. Yeah.
I like when the options you gave because I've been there, so I don't feel left out. I've been to a couple of the ones you mentioned, but fans always like to know, the human side of their players or
Yeah.
favorite players. What's one thing that most people wouldn't expect to know about you, Brooklyn?
Um, uh, I'd say I'm okay at Warzone. I guess that's about it. I think
You
more than
guys,
Gamer.
anything.
you guys play as a team?
Yeah, some of us. It's like
Who's the best? Who's the best on the team?
Nelson Quinones. He's definitely the best. And then it's I'd say Seb Kowalczyk, then Lawrence, then Amin, and then me. We're all pretty good, but Nelson's definitely number one.
Awesome. So just looking ahead 5 years down the line, I know you have a big future ahead, but what does 5 years down the line look like for Brooklyn Reigns, with the Dynamo, with the Broad, with the national team? Just what are your kind of long-term goals as you look ahead?
Yeah, I think in 5 years' time, I'd hopefully like to see myself in Europe, maybe playing a Champions League or even Europa League or even Conference League. I think, within those three competitions, that'd be definitely something I'd like to be, playing in and a part of. Um, Europe-wise, I wouldn't say it would need to be, the top league. I think anywhere in Europe, it's definitely going to be a great experience just to kind of, experience different styles and different play of football. But and obviously, hopefully, playing for the senior national team. But 5 years time, I still just like to stay grounded and humble and hungry and just make sure that I'm doing the right things to take those steps.
Yeah, I was about to say in 5 years' time, there's another World Cup in there that we can be a
Yeah.
part of. Finally, what message do you have for Dynamo fans who have been watching your journey from debut to starter, Brooklyn?
Um, I just say for one, if you're good enough, you're old enough, but also uh just always remain humble and understand that like it's a process and there's going to be ups and downs, but that's part of football and that's also part of life. And also surround yourself with a good friend group and people that are, have the best interest in like what you're trying to do. And then also this might be a little off topic, but like if you're religious, just make sure you have a strong connection with the Lord because he definitely plays a major role in that. So
Love it. Thank you, Brooklyn. He is Houston Dynamo midfielder Brooklyn Reigns. Brooklyn, all the best down at the World Cup. Hopefully, you guys bring home the trophy, bring it back to Houston, let us check it out, and we'll talk to you again real soon, bud.
you got it. Thank you guys.